So we had an interesting series between Michigan and Wisconsin this past weekend, Vigs. And you were texting me earlier today. You're like, there haven't been any suspensions. What is happening? And then you sent me a video. We'll go through it here in a minute, but just kind of what the heck happened in at Yost this weekend?
Well, I think the game got a little bit chippy on Friday night, and I think Michigan doesn't really control its players very well in these situations. You can tell that the coach kind of gives them the freedom to go out and do what they're doing out there and show that kind of character. And so on Saturday night, when Wisconsin was having their way with Michigan, it looked like at a point the coach said, fine, just go run, guys. And you can see in this clip, there's play after play of Michigan players not playing hockey anymore. They're out there, they're looking for revenge, they're looking to intimidate and maybe injure players. And you can just see them stop playing their forecheck or their system and
It
just
starts
starting to
here.
go for the
So
body.
one hit right there. So one hit right there, and then the play goes away. Puck goes by. He cross checks him again.
He's still
and hits
on
him
him.
again.
He's still on him, cross checking away, and the refs here aren't doing anything. You know, they know it's a 6-1 game. They know it's out of hand, and they're just letting this go. And you can tell it's going to get worse here. So yeah, Wisconsin's going to answer a little bit. They're going to get physical as well.
Yeah, it's just, we saw this last year. The last player to get suspended was a Michigan player on with his. Oh, there's kind of a
there's a big hit, and the ref's right there. Doesn't look at anything.
But we saw that hit on Snuggerud late in the game when they were about to blank him for the weekend, Vigs.
And this play here is the worst part here for me.
What?
Watch Park come in here. The puck is already at the hash marks, and he's still coming in at a player who's way behind the play.
Okay, that's a legal hit.
That's not.
Well, no. And then all hell breaks loose.
And there's punches being thrown here. Both sides.
By both teams. By both sides, yes.
And this is college amateur hockey. This is not pro hockey. Players aren't supposed to behave like this. And there's no action from the league.
At least nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Usually, according to our GPL's tracker of suspensions, typically Monday morning, these things are addressed so that the teams have time for the next weekend to adjust with their lineup. And this game gets worse. There's another melee later in the game with 30 seconds left that they give out another 90 minutes of penalties. But this is just the refs letting things get out of control. And, this just tells Michigan that if they're down 6-1 again, they can just keep doing this, and there's really no consequence.
Yeah, this second hit here was insane. I saw this clip a little bit, but I didn't see that whole, minute and a half clip that we just showed, and you can kind of see it unravel. You like to see the game kind of police itself, but in this case, the refs, they needed to step in a little bit earlier, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I think that one hit behind the Michigan net earlier, you probably could have blown it dead there and called a minor and kind of nipped this in the bud, but instead they don't. They let it go, and we get this.
It's ridiculous.